So here we are, once again, Bad Talking 2. Hopefully this will be published before June ends, but knowing me, it won't. So when I was in middle school, I was looking for a book to read, like an actually good book. So I was looking around and I saw all these books with these detailed covers. Skipping all of them. You know, I want something that catches my eye. So I saw a book, the cover was very simplistic and the book looked really cool. Throughout that year, that was the only book I read. That book was called Symptoms of Being Human.
Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Way out in the water, see it swimming.
Symptoms of Being Human is a book written by apparently actor Jeff Garvin. Like, I checked the movies that he was in, like, what are these movies? Oh, also, after what happened last time with No, Not Me, I looked for hours, couldn't find anything. If he apparently did something horrible, I can find it. Like I said, I go into Xbox since this video about the book and not about him. The first thing you're gonna want to know about me is, am I a boy or am I a girl? And that is where the plot story hinges on. You see, Riley is gender fluid, like some of my favorite artists, like the Stupendium and the Stupendium, but you probably just want to know if the book's writing is good or not. So let's first do something I can definitely do. Characterization. Characters are the backbone of any story, and this story has a big backbone. My analogies are horrible, oh my god. Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. I was trying to draw like all the characters like Riley, Beck, Solo, and Riley's parents, everyone, but then I realized I am really bad at drawing. There's just, I'm gonna like put the words up and then I'm gonna talk about it. Riley. Simon can be very witty. Thinks that the best way to live is just blend in. Thinks that the whole world is against them. Later, Riley can stand up for their friends and, well, not blend in. Express themselves. And not have a nervous breakdown. The whole story is about Riley learning that no matter what, they are not alone. And this for an English subject, I know what I'm doing. Be it on their blog, the Q, or their girlfriend, Beck. I know it's a spoiler, but any good plot twist can be enjoyed after being spoiled. Solo. Kind but non-confrontational. Didn't help Riley, they were being bullied by the football team, but later, so he was just trying to help out Riley in that situation. He had to give out a Chewbacca backpack to join the football team, and says that Riley has to do that to, well, not be bullied. But later, betrays the football team to save Riley from horrendous situation. I know I just said that a good plot was going to enjoy after being spoiled, but I still want to say that words that relate to that scene. It really is that horrible. Beck. Confident, seems like she has everything under control, but it turns out that they have a trans sister who committed suicide and is struggling with it. Beck is a cool character, it's kind of hard to explain, but she's cool. The Calaveras, however it's pronounced, Riley's parents. You know much about them from beginning, at least the dad, seen Calavera, is a congressman who was doing some publicity during the events of the book and wants his kid to be there for a few of them, who was anxious about it. Riley's mom, Sarah in Caravana, is caring, but definitely doesn't know the ins and outs of Riley. When Riley comes out, the parents know what gay and bi are, but doesn't understand what gender fluid is. They do eventually accept Riley, like my parents. Like, literally, these are my parents. My dad is away a lot also. Jim, the scum of the earth, basically an antagonist of the story. Some people may say that this character is unrealistic. My high school right there, and I know 5 people in my school who are this person. Basically, every time Riley's on the same scene as Jim, Jim just says a lot of tongue terms, like, I was about to say them, but I realized I do not want to say them. So, yeah. So yeah, the characters are very good and realistic. So the background of the story is really good, but it's the representation ain't good. I can say my opinion on it, but that's not objective. So let's go on. But that doesn't work because of the 4 Reddit posts I found is a complete 2v2. One was posted on r/YA-lit, and it said there's no plot. This is an example of plot. One was posted on r/enemy, and the only notable part about the post is that the person has a crush on Beck. One was posted on r/men writing movement, even though Riley's not a woman. One was posted on r/LGBT books, and it was the only one that made sense. It gives a really good synopsis of the plot. With the advice of a therapist, Riley starts an anonymous blog to vent those pent-up feelings and tell the truth of what it's really like to be a gender-fluid teenager. But just as Riley starts to settle in at school, even though like feelings for a mysterious outcast, the blog goes viral. An unnamed commentator discovers Riley's real identity, threatening exposure, and Riley must make a choice: walk away from what the blog has created, a lifeline, new friends, a cause to believe in, or stand up, come out, and risk everything. And I could say that it's just a 50-50, but the post has either no comments or the comments are completely one-sided, so we can't use that either. So what can we use? Well, recently I found a YouTube video talking about how to write LGBTQI characters in your story, and when I was watching it, this made so much sense, and will definitely use this for future use later in my writing. Yes, I am writing my new web novel. I wrote the first chapter of it a month ago. I just don't know what to do for the cover image. So yeah, we should probably go into what it actually says about it, and there are 8 things that it says. 1. No harmful stereotypes. Could be accidental or not, could be from misunderstanding what mean identity is. Think why your characters the way they are, and make sure that you research their identity thoroughly. 2. Being part of the LGBTQIA community is not a personality. People are more than just their identity. Don't have a character be the LGBTQIA character. Have them be them. No default. Don't make the whole story be about LGBTQIA. Stories can be about them, but don't have that be their only struggle. Don't separate LGBTQIA stories from cis stories. 4. There are characters that happen to be gay and trans, gender fluid, etc. Not gay, trans, gender fluid, etc. characters. And if identities don't make you that, these happen to be that. 5. Don't have the character be there just a token of representation. Remove the details from your subconscious. 6. Have more than one piece of representation. Have LGBTQI heroes and villains. 7. Have them be more than a stereotype. 8. Do your research. When I first saw this, I definitely already did a few of them, and I did a few without even knowing. But a few of them I really have to reflect on. But let's see if these stacks up. Also, I know these are not the end-all be-all on how to represent LGBTQI characters, but these are good metrics to see if a book is good or not on its reputation, since me, as a cis male, since I have a say on how to write LGBTQIA characters. So, 1. Harmful stereotypes. I say that the representation is not harmful. I mean, throughout the story, all it is a person who's struggling with identity, and that's just being a teenager, not a harmful stereotype. In other words, being gender fluid, and Becky seems like a person, and the rest of the Q also don't seem to be harmful stereotypes. 2. Being more than LGBTQ+. Are the characters' story more than identity? Yes, Riley is shy, but witty, they care about people, but have a distance from people who they think don't care about them. Meg is very confident, but still very emotionally vulnerable. And the rest of the Q, either we don't know enough about them, or they're also more than just LGBTQ. While the story is about being gender fluid, there are other storylines like anxiety in school and being a kid of a congressman. The race with Beck and the conflict with Solo, it feels more like there's more than one non-LGBTQ storyline. 4. While the story doesn't really follow this for Riley, how would you do that? The story is about being gender fluid, and Beck is definitely more of it happens to be bi rather than be bi. Being someone who's gender fluid essentially makes you bi, right? 5. I mean, there's more than one LGBTQIA character in the story. The main character is part of the community, so I assume that it would not be just a token of representation. 6. While the LGBTQI in the story is all the good guys, here's another way to look at it. Allies, and also the A in LGBTQIA is arrows / ace, not ally. Solo and Zim are 2 different ways. Solo is just male, but he still respects Riley, because Solo knows that Riley is a cool person and has actually done research on it, while Zero is also cis male, who doesn't know Riley and thus bullies them. So the lesson is, before you talk, know about it. 7. I mean, the only person who has anything to do with identity is Riley, and the problem is that someone has a stereotype of being gender fluid. The only movies I've ever seen about gender fluid are either a joke about a drink with LGBTQ plus colors, or one right now, me my one side that was, when you're gender fluid, your girlfriend changes their gender to make you gay. And by the way, this was on r/suddenly gay, so yeah, that's the only stereotype I have found ever that they can like control gender, and it's easy. What's in the book, Riley can't control what gender they feel, and it's sometimes really drastic. 8. The story really feels like Jeff Garvin researched the LGBTQIA community for 5 months, went to tell the entire world about what he found. So yeah, I'd say he did his research. So yeah, according to this, the book is well written, at least from a representation stance. And if you're noticing, I'm not talking about the plot, because I want you to read the book first. So read the book And after this, I was going to talk about the plot, but after 5 days of writing the plot, I realized that it doesn't even matter because I am an idiot. So, okay, let's read the book. I want to end off with some fan art I found online. So yeah, that was all the fan art, but there's some more I want to show you. Some lines of the book that I thought were really funny or just good. I require a name, she says. I smile. Your parents didn't give you one? Are you diabetic? She says. I shake my head. She frowns. Are you having a psychic visit? Today I met a boy. Well, I thought I meant a boy. Actually, I meant a girl. That's right. I got all prematurely gender signing, and I was wrong. In my defense, I was in the middle of a fairly epic anxiety episode, and see, what I thought was a he, has unsettling gorgeous blue eyes. No one could be so Dave Gorhai, huh? I think of that flannel-wearing drummer kissing her cheek. Really, that's your type? Beck reverses her seatbelt and rolls up her windows. Don't be ridiculous. I don't have a type. Even if I did, David Gorhai transcends all sexual boundaries. You think I'm aware that my gender identity is immediately apparent to you? You think I know how to choose these clothes and this haircut specific to avoid being stuffed to one pigeonhole or another? I'm gender fluid. That's stupid. We're all taught from a young age that there are only two choices, pink or blue, Bratz or Power Rangers, cheerleading or football. We see gender in 2 dimensions because that's what society has taught us from birth. Are you ready for a shocking revelation? Society needs to change! I am the platypus! Cuckoo!